This is Jackie.
And this is Heather.
And
welcome to Millennial Mom Chatter, your go-to podcast for candid conversations and fresh perspectives.
We're just two millennial moms navigating life one hilarious audio message at a time. Join us for laughs, adventures, and real talk.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Millennial Mom Chatter. As always, we are excited to have you back to joining us and just chatting with us. But how are you today? How are you feeling? How's your heart?
Oh, wow, that's deep. I was not prepared for that. I'm doing well. Our day started off on a bit of a rocky start. I had just gotten new tires on my car, and then sure enough, like the pressure was low, so I checked out because it's like, is it a leak? Like, what's going on? It's just too suspicious.
Yeah.
Turns out I ran over a nail. So that's like so fun.
On new
when
tires.
You buy,
Ugh.
yeah, brand new tires, and so now it has a patch, but it's fine. It's safe, but obviously like not ideal. So of course, so I'm like, wow, I'm the lucky one, like the tiny nail in the road. Like,
Oh, man.
but how are you, Heather? How is your heart and your soul?
My heart's good, actually. I feel like I'm in vacation mode already.
Ooh, yeah,
But-
for Thanksgiving break, right?
Yeah, but it's not good because I have a lot to do.
You're like, I'm not ready. I can't be ready yet.
Yeah, like I have we're leaving our pets, so I have to clean like the hamster cage and then get Ray ready and somehow hope our turtle doesn't die because a turtle showed up on our doorstep and we adopted it, but it hasn't eaten in 5 days. So I'm like, I might have to tell my brother that's house sitting, like, it might die. It's okay. All the laundry.
Just try to replace it. Like find another turtle
Yeah.
out in the backyard
Yeah.
and just sneak it in the cage real quick.
Exactly. All the laundry, all the things. Like, I haven't done anything. So I can't be in vacation mode yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. No, and it's a lot on you because you're the one that's doing all of the packing and the organizing and the outfit sorting for the kids.
Yep.
So it's a lot.
So
I get it.
We'll see. I just ordered our Thanksgiving meal because we're going to do Thanksgiving to go since we're going to be in Gatlinburg. And I just told like my brother and my sister-in-law, like, let's not make a home cooked meal. Because
Like keep it low key and easy.
yeah, because I feel like you always have ingredients left over and then you have all these leftovers and all this different stuff. And I'm like, why? So we were thinking about going to a restaurant and then I was like, I don't want to have to like deal with waiting because no one wants to take reservations. You have to just wait for your
Yeah.
table. So I'm like, what is that going to be? Are we going to be waiting an hour? Like, what's that look like?
Especially on Thanksgiving in a tourist destination
Yeah.
city, for sure.
So I had
Yeah.
found a place like a week or two ago and I was like, look, they have Thanksgiving to go. And then I had showed Ashley. And then this morning, my brother texted me, hey, I heard this place is really good. We need to go there one time. And it was the same place. And I was like, that's where we're having Thanksgiving dinner.
Nice. So it worked out for everybody in the group.
So
That's
I
great.
basically paid for it today, ordered it all. We're going to pick it up on Thanksgiving. And so I got that done. But I have so much to do and I have yet to do it. So... But I can't
I get it.
remember. I wanted to talk to you about this because it dawned on me. I don't remember what I was talking to Rylan about yesterday, but do you remember when our parents would tell us all the same lies? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
Yeah.
like all of our parents told us, like, if the light in the car was on, they were going to get a ticket.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's illegal to drive with any sort of passenger light on while operating a motorized vehicle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know what made me start, like what made me think of that, but I had to tell Rylan something and I was like, do I lie about it or do I tell him the truth? And then I just thought about it, like dawned on me that I don't think this generation grew up with the same common lies that we grew up with.
Oh, no. That's actually funny that you mentioned that because I don't think they do.
No, like I don't think that, I don't think there's a lie that we all are telling our kids right now.
I think the only thing that I've ever said was maybe like, you can't eat before going in the pool. But I don't know if I have a rational reason behind that. Like, but I just know that's how I grew up, where my
I did
parents were
grow up
like,
like
oh,
that.
you ate lunch? Like, go sit outside the pool for 30 minutes. And then you can get back
30
in the pool.
minutes
And
is
it's
the
like,
time,
oh, wait,
guys.
why? Yeah. But we can like do physical activity, like running around the backyard immediately after eating lunch. But pool was a no-go. So I don't know. Like, that's so interesting that you bring that up because I also feel like my kids would definitely ask why.
Yeah.
And then they would try to like utilize resources to like, that's not true.
Yeah.
And then I'd be embarrassed that I told him to sleep.
I think that so one person, we're live right now. So one person says this generation is so sheltered and extremely informed due to social media and the internet. And I agree in the sense that I think that we cannot lie to our kids. I mean, I don't think I would anyways, but I don't think we could lie because my kid would literally be like, Alexa,
Yes.
is it true that my gum will be in my stomach for 7 years when I swallow it?
Or if you eat a watermelon, will the watermelon seed therefore grow a watermelon in my belly? Like, or if you crack your knuckles, you'll get arthritis. Like, I just remember there were so many of those, and our kids would definitely run to Alexa and ask her, like, is that true? And it would just be like, uh-oh.
Without a
No,
doubt.
it's not. Like,
So what? Yeah. Okay, so we mentioned 2. There's bubble gum in the stomach for 7 years. There's the car light. What other ones?
I had looked it up because I thought this was so interesting. It's actually a very common, and there's a huge list. We have drinking coffee stunts growth. I do remember that because adults would be like drinking their coffee, and kids would always run up to the breakfast table like, Mom, can I have a sip of whatever that is? It smells good.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. You need to grow. Therefore, you can't drink this. This is for adults only. And I do remember hearing that as like a little kid because you always just saw your parents with like a mug, and it was like, what is that? It smells good. I want it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. Oh, peeing in the pool. Like we all lived under this conspiracy that
that'll
like,
turn
the pool is going
blue.
to change. Yeah, that you're just going to have this trail of blue behind you, and it's going to be so embarrassing. And I maybe like did that exist at some point in the chemicals, but I feel like I never saw that.
No,
when I went
it
to a
didn't
public
exist
pool
because I
growing
peed
up.
in the pool.
Yeah. So we know. Okay, fact
No,
check.
so that does exist. Okay, it does exist, but it's super expensive. So even at like theme parks and stuff like that, they will not implement it because it is too expensive. So it does exist. It is a thing because it interacts with the ammonia, but it's too expensive. So
Okay, so typically we're not going to see
No.
it, but it is
What
a
you
lie
have
that
to
I
do
think we
is if-
grew up believing.
yeah, if you're committed to the peeing in the pool, you just have to do like a little bit
And swim away.
and then see if it turns color. Okay, so what?
Oh yeah.
That leads
Okay,
me
I
to
see.
another topic, which, okay, so I think this was last year. I think it was right before you came to Christmas. We got on a topic and about peeing in the pool, and my brother was like, adults do not pee in the pool. And I was like, Jason, adults pee in the pool? And he was like, no. And I was like, I'm telling you now, they pee in the pool. And Alvaro's like, I pee in the pool. And he was like, I just don't believe that humanity would do that. Like, that's just disgusting. So he took to his social media and he asked, as an adult, do you pee in the pool? It was like at 60-something%, yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
And Jason,
I believe it.
And Jason was
100%.
mortified. He was like, I'm never going in a pool ever again.
No, everything. Honestly, like I think it's not even limited to the pool. I feel like the ocean, like,
Everywhere. Oh yeah, the ocean.
public showers,
without a doubt.
like all of that stuff. Like I think people are peeing literally everywhere. Like you should just wash your hands if you do anything.
Yeah.
Don't open your mouth in water sources. Like if it's not a water fountain or a cup to drink out of, like just don't open your mouth in the ocean or the pool.
So hear me out. I don't know if this is disgusting. I might be like putting myself out there, okay? But you know,
That's okay.
you actually
This is
you,
safe space.
You actually know about this, Jackie. So I will not pee in the pool, especially like on a cruise ship or something like that. It's like
Oh, yeah.
I cannot open up to like what else is in there.
But that's also that type of water is very
Yes.
different. Like I wouldn't want to get a UTI from swimming on a cruise ship pool.
No.
Like we're definitely like
Yeah.
close.
So
and
I ain't
secured.
trying to get anything. So what I
Yeah.
do is, I don't think it's disgusting, but what I do is I am not going to like fully go out into the bathroom, get the seat wet, get the bathroom wet, get all the things. So I go in the shower.
Oh, the poolside
Yes.
showers. The ones to rinse off
Is
the
that
sunscreen
gross?
and get back in. No, because it's all going to the same place. And you have to think of all the kids who are already doing that.
Yeah.
Like you know that they're standing in there. When you see a kid standing under that shower for like 5 minutes, you know they're getting warm and peeing.
Which is
Like,
fine.
that
It's
has to
better
be
than
what
the
they're-
pool, I think.
Yeah, and it's going in wastewater.
Yes.
Like that water's not going into the pool.
No.
It's waste plumbing.
Exactly.
So it's like same.
So
It's the same as the toilet.
that's what I do. And when I'm home, I go in the grass.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And Alvaro always
We don't
makes
want
fun
to
of
track all
me.
that water
I'm
in.
just like,
yeah.
I'm not peeing in my own pool.
Yeah.
So-
no, for sure, not our own pool. No.
So listeners, my brother was mortified to learn that he pees like that he goes into the pool and there's pee everywhere.
Yeah, let us
But
know.
that's the case. Let us know in the comments whether no judgment if you
Yeah.
pee in the pool or you don't.
Safe space.
Let us know. Don't be shy. I just told you that I'm not going to lie. Once in a blue moon I will, especially in my own pool. But no, I step out into the shower.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I don't know how
That's
much
very
better
hygienic.
that is to you guys, but
I think it's better. That sounds classy to me.
I just think it's like it's worse when you go to these like public bathrooms and you just soak everything. And then like
Yeah.
you're stepping on like who knows what because
Yeah.
you're not going to put your shoes on. I don't know. I'm not here for it. I do the shower.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good takeaway for the listeners. If you're like, hey, I have to go pee, but I don't want to be the person that pees in the pool. It's too scary. Take Heather's advice and try out the shower. Like it might be like, a game changer.
It does. You just
for,
can't
like,
stay there too
swimming
long.
days.
You can't make it look like
It looks
you're
suspicious. Yeah.
You got to do the like.
Yeah, very like intentional where I'm like, I'm rinsing off those sunscreen, getting nice and clean.
I'm always like.
Yeah. Very intentional for sure. Let's see. What else did we have? Oh, sitting too close to the TV ruins your vision.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. That was my mom definitely was like, get away from the TV. But I think it's different though because that was like a boob tube, and now we have all these flat screen TVs. It's like a different type of
A boob tube.
the boob tube, the one that's like
that what
the
it's
shape
called?
of the yeah, because it's shaped like a boob, like the back of the. Have you ever seen the glass on the inside of a TV?
Like a cone.
Yeah, it's like shaped inwards, so it's like where like that term comes from.
Dang,
It's like the
I've
shape
heard
of the
of, like,
TV.
the
If you
tube
take away the black
TV,
box, it's the glass that's formed like a boob. But anyways, so there's like a different type of technology, whereas nowadays with the flat screens, it's not doing that same thing to our eyeballs. So I wonder if like that's just an outdated thing or if it was never true to begin with.
Yeah.
Like whereas like it was never going to ruin our vision.
Yeah.
So I mean, don't we all have stigmatisms? Is it from watching TV?
It is
Like-
probably from standing right in front of the TV. Mitch says turning on the dome light in the car at night. We
yeah.
talked about that one. That is the famous one,
Yeah.
as well as this.
That's the number one lie that children grew up with in the 90s.
Gonna get a
Like, that's
ticket.
it. Yeah. Your parents will get arrested if you have that light on in the
which
back
is
of the car.
I really want to know where it came from because unless it's like really directly behind me, it doesn't bother me when the light's on.
No.
So what's the problem?
Were they brighter in the 90s?
I don't.
Were they more
know.
aggressive where it was like coming right at our parents' eyeballs? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just thinking it doesn't bother me.
I wonder if they thought of it as a distraction, like on a long road trip. If they saw that light behind them, it looked like someone was like gaining up on them. I don't know.
We didn't have a TV. We had to color in our books or like we had to have the
I
light
don't-
on. Read.
I know. How are we supposed to do our little puzzles and coloring books? I don't know. I don't know what they wanted from us.
I don't know. So I'm trying to think of what other lies there were. There's a lot. Did you pull up something?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we discussed the car light. Oh, swallowing gum, watermelon seeds. I don't know if I ever believed this one. This is a popular one. Is chocolate milk comes from brown cows. I feel like that's something you could tell a little kid, but I feel like most people knew that wasn't true.
Yeah.
You won't find a job if you have piercings and tattoos.
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
that's like what a lot of parents said, where it was like, I want to get my ears pierced, and it's like, no, like, shame.
I want to get a nose ring, and they're like, no, you'll never
you can't
be
do
able to
that. You'll
get a
never
job.
get a job. You will look so unprofessional. And the amount of millennials nowadays that have tattoos. And they all have
Also,
jobs,
I
so.
think I still think we're kind of slowly coming out of this. This might go deep. We might just spiral into a topic. But it used to be a big like conception that if you did not go to college, you would not have a career.
Oh yeah, for sure. We all grew up like that.
Yeah.
That was our generation's philosophy
And
of education and life. Like,
I think that is slowly starting to go away because people are starting to realize like, okay, like that's not a thing. You don't need to
Yeah.
go to college to make money. You can open your own business. You do all kinds of stuff. You don't need to just go to school. But I think we're slowly going out of that. I don't think it's like we're not quite there. We're not quite there. But,
no, but people are more aware that there are other options
Yeah.
and that a 4-year degree is not the only path that you can take.
Yeah.
And there's also so many technical degrees that get you work opportunities right away.
Yeah.
Whereas like,
And
you
they're
know, you
like
don't have
6
that
months,
waiting
4
time.
months.
Yeah. And you actually can make really good paychecks
Oh,
from some
yeah.
of these technical degrees.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I just feel like people are more like aware, they're paying more attention, they're recognizing that there's other options out there. So I think we're going to start to see a shift.
Yeah. And I think that I'm going to encourage my kids. Like, I'm not going to say don't go to school, but I'm just going to be like, school is not the like be all say all. Like, you can do so many things. You can open your own business. Like you said, you can go like, none of our kids' generation is going to want to be like plumbers and AC guys and do the hard hands-on work.
Yeah.
Like, open your own business and capitalize that no one your age wants to do that. Like,
Or HVAC. Like,
Yes.
that's such a growing, booming
Oh,
industry.
and they make great money.
Yes, exactly. Like once they're skilled and they've had that experience, they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know, incredible. Like incredible
And you-
paychecks if you open up your own HVAC
yeah,
business.
and you can
like,
come out of school at 18, go get like certified and start working by the age of 19 and like
Yeah.
open your own business and do all this stuff and have no problem making a good income for your family.
Yeah.
Without all the debt and all of the stress of school and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to discourage my kids from going to school, but I'm not going to like make it this whole thing that like you need to go to school.
No, to like put it on a pedestal.
No, like it was
same.
before. No, because what happens is, and it happened, what I feel like with a lot of our generation was that you were so like, there almost was no option. Like no one gave you an option of like, when you graduate high school, like figure out what you want to do and then continue on. It was literally like, so what college are you going to?
Yes. Yeah. Everyone's going to sit down and take the SATs
Yeah.
or the ACTs.
And you
You're all gonna
applied.
do your college prep stuff and that's it. And then you had your like moment with your guidance counselor. Like what colleges are you applying
Yeah.
to? There was no other option.
No option.
There was no, what's your backup plan? It was literally like, what 5 schools? Where is your essay? What are we doing to set you up for your senior year?
Yep.
And it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So we waste, a lot of people in our generation wasted their time because they went to school because they felt like they had to go to school and they got a degree in something they don't even use now. Or they started something and ended up changing and spending money and wasting time and effort. And it just feels like a waste of time. I understand the concept that, because you always heard it, like if you stop now, you won't start again. That was another,
Yeah.
the whole other thing too.
Yeah. And that's wrong. Inaccurate.
They're like, if you don't go to school now, you'll never go back, you know?
Yeah.
But it's such a waste if you don't know what you want to do.
Exactly. That was me. I was
Yeah.
like, what should I go to school for? I mean, yeah, I knocked out my basics, but I had no like drive or ambition as a 19-year-old to like really sit down and like lock in a career for the rest of my life at that age.
Yeah.
And it changed. My degree, what I started with to what I have now and to what I'm doing now are not at all the same.
Yeah.
So that's just evidence of like, you know, we're putting a lot of pressure on these kids and we don't have to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options for them.
But you served our country.
Yep.
You got a degree. You did good for yourself.
And I'm doing something different.
You did good for yourself. For those of you that don't
okay.
know, Jackie is a Navy veteran. And so thank you for your service. And she's
Aw,
still
thank you for
serving.
support.
And she's still serving because her husband is still active duty. So she still gets up and moves around the world 500,000 times.
That's a perk of the job. I'll take it.
It's so funny because she takes it as a perk, which is great. I love that you take it as a perk. And I probably would too. But I think it's a little extreme maybe for me. Like, I think once I found like my home, like a really good set of people, I would be like, okay, I'm done. Like,
I'm ready to settle down.
I'm done moving.
Yeah.
So that would be really hard for me. And it's already hard because now I'm getting roped into their moving because I miss her. So
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's okay. I honestly, it's one of those things that I learned early on in life, just being a military child and then joining the military myself and then marrying into the military. So this is just my way of life. But I do hear it from a lot of people where it's just like, wow, but then like you don't have your friends and your childhood home and all of the things. And I'm like, that's true. I did miss out on a lot of little memories.
Yeah.
But I feel like the only way I can move forward with my life is just to look at the positive, which is like, but now I've lived in some cool places and I've made some cool like memories and I've had lots of great relationships with people all over the world.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my way of being like, the cup is half full. It's okay.
No, it is. It is okay. And sadly, there are families that need to do it, like
Yes. Yep.
that is what it takes to have a military and a good military for your country. So it's okay. There's people that got to do it, and you do it. And we thank you for that.
You're so kind.
But hopefully
that warms my heart.
hopefully I'll be able to benefit for wherever you settle down. Like,
Yeah, of course.
because I just think you should come back to Miami.
I know, and that's okay. We're allowed to selfishly want to live closer to each other. That's 100%
I'm
a
like,
thing, and
it's okay if you go overseas for a little bit, but as long as like your middle place is Miami in between. Right? Like
Of course.
once he leaves the military, that's what I'm hoping for. And we can,
Yeah.
like we said, we have our little picturesque high school moment where our kids all go to school together. And
Wouldn't that be so cute? I mean, that's the ideal, like, adult life, right? Like, when we make adult friendships, we're like, can the kids grow up together? Can we vacation together? Like, can we do life together?
Yeah.
So we'll get there.
And then we
did
go
it for
to
a
Utah
brief period
together.
of time. Yeah, and so now we just got to move to the next chapter. Once we figure out where my husband's going to get stationed, then we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. And I feel like we're willing to put in the work so we can make it happen.
all right. I'm going to hold you accountable to that. No, I'm joking.
Well, speaking of hard things and military people, did you see that our favorite show, well, not our favorite show, but one of our like top shows that we enjoyed watching is coming back for a third season, Special Forces.
Ooh,
and
okay.
they just dropped their cast list. And I figured we could dive into that because there's some goodies on here.
yeah?
I mean, they always give us like some random people and then people that have like kind of disappeared and then now they're back.
For
but
based
they
on
give
the
us a lot of
past-
millennials.
Based on the past, they're going to put a bachelor or bachelorette.
Yeah, always. That's like one
Always.
of the biggest franchises that they pull from. They're trying to get the girls.
Yeah.
They're
So
like,
who
how can we
from
pull 'em in?
the Bachelor franchise is there?
So we got, I think there was 2, right? Of course, this is like a tedious scroll here.
Whoa, did you just hear my throat? It was like,
We have Ali Fedotowsky.
oh,
the blonde
she's
one.
one of the first ones. She's the E-girl.
Yeah, she was in season 6. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's older now,
Yeah.
but I mean, she's a millennial. So then there was one more from the Bachelor franchise. I need to find him. But what I thought was cool was Brody Jenner. Because that's what we grew up with like the Hills.
The Hills, yeah. Laguna
Yeah,
Beach.
so I was like, that's fun. I was like, I'm here for that. Because they always pull in a guy from like our reality TV shows back in the day.
Yeah.
So we had like Tom Scandival last year. So this is fun that we
he
get,
annoyed
you
me
know.
so much. His attitude towards things were just like, it literally wanted to make you go, ugh.
Yeah, but it was fun to watch him get tortured though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was like karma for Ariana.
Was that the same
so.
season as Tara or whatever, where she?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's like
I think it
like
was.
she was like a broken bird.
Yeah, she couldn't keep up. And I felt bad for her because you could see she was like weak, like just really
I'm
in a
pretty
low
sure
place.
she was coming
like,
off of drugs. That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, she didn't look good.
She did not look good.
The one that's going to be pretty
Memento
fun
per
too.
favor. Hold on, you can keep talking, but my computer apparently did not get plugged in. So
Okay, but Kyla Pratt is the voice from the show The Proud Family on Disney Channel. So we grew up with her, so that's kind of fun that we have another millennial favorite. Denise Richards from Beverly Hills and The Real Housewives. That's going to be really fun because obviously that's like nostalgic from 90s TV.
I love The
And
Real
then we
Housewives.
also have, this is what I'm really excited for, is Christy Romano from Even Stevens on Disney
I
Channel.
loved Even Stevens.
So yeah, Kim Possible and Even Stevens. So I just thought that was so fun because she's definitely like, you know, an iconic millennial from our yesteryears
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
think
yeah.
will be fun to kind of see. And I don't know her personality as far as being like not from Even Stevens. So I feel like it'll be really fun to see if she's going to be like a strong character
Yeah.
in this, like if she's going to be able to hold up with the competition and the physical challenges.
I
so I
mean-
feel like that's always kind of fun to see them outside of what I know her as. Like,
Yeah.
she's like a sweet teenager. So for
I
me,
mean,
I'm
she
like,
did
"Whoa,"
Cadet
like-
Kelly. She has to be.
Oh, that's right. She's strong. She's actually going to win.
So strong.
She's fierce. I forgot that she has all the training from Cadet Kelly.
Oh yeah, her little like dance. It's gonna really work good.
We need to learn that dance. Yeah, we need to bring that back with the camo pants.
And the flags and the ribbons.
Oh, the ribbon thing that,
How
that
did,
was
by the
Hillary
way,
Duff, right?
How did the ribbons come into play?
Because that was Hillary Duff's talent. Like, didn't they have to have a talent? And that's like, because remember, Ren, whatever. I don't know what her character was
Yeah.
in the movie, but she was obviously like the platoon leader or whatever. So she just thought Hilary Duff was like, why is this girly girl here? I'm going to make her like life miserable. So then she's like, this is my talent. Like, and it was just, we all were like here for it.
Oh my gosh.
We're like, go
yeah.
Hillary.
When she was going like, and in front of each other, I was like, get it, girl.
The dance off.
But it's so funny when you watch back these like movies that like you didn't even like bat an eye, right? Like you were like, this is so good. Like this is quality content. And
It was. We were captivated by these
Oh my
skills
gosh, yeah.
and dance moves.
And then now you watch it and you're just like, what the hell is this? Like what?
Yeah, like what was it? Was it like the Macy Day Parade or something a while back for Hilary Duff that she did? No, like the Today Show or something, and she did the like, bam, bam, like, and then they like everyone like looks at that dance and they're like, oh no, whoever the dance choreographer was for this did Hilary Duff dirty for
Yes.
that one. Like,
And you're just like, what were we like? Just with certain movies, like what were they thinking? Because like
Yeah.
they're like, I understand we were kids, but like adults made these, so like they didn't think like maybe this isn't good.
yeah, maybe this is not good quality.
Like to think because it's not like kids came up with this content, right?
No.
Like it was
I mean,
literally adults.
Maybe Hilary Duff choreographed this on her own. Like maybe that makes it better if we think that. Like in her 16-year-old self, she did that all by herself.
Yeah, I mean,
We can
it
be
could
impressed.
be. It could be. Yeah, there was some. I'm trying to think of what the other day I watched, and I was like, "What is this?" Like we already talked about how like kids shows were very inappropriate. Like
Oh yeah,
and like even watching what's the Nickelodeon documentary?
the one that was just recently, right? That talked about all the people.
when the lights are no.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember what the documentary is, but that documentary, like, so many things had to go past so many adults. Mm-hmm. Everyone thought it was a good idea. Like, it's the same thing with something like Dumb, right? Like, you thought it was a good idea to, like, be in a military school and then just go like this as, like, a dance-off.
Yeah. No, what was it? Was it Quiet on Set? Or was
Quiet
that
on the
different?
Set,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Quiet on the Set.
So it's crazy that, like, all this stuff has to go through adults and, like,
And they were
everyone
okay with it.
approved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone was
No,
like, that was a great
it's
move.
kind
That
of
was a
intense.
great scene.
Yeah. Go ahead and put it up there. It's fine.
So
I don't know. It's sad because then obviously like when you watch that documentary back, then it's kind of like, ooh, like that is cringy or like it's not at all child appropriate.
yeah, and it's
Like,
crazy because, like I said, it goes through the adults because the kids don't know any better. Like when I watched some of these things, I was like, oh, I would have like never caught on to that.
No, and I didn't. Like the Amanda Show,
Yeah.
like all of those shows that had a lot of stuff going
Yeah.
on in them, I didn't notice any of
No.
it. I was literally standing in front of my TV, like just like eyes burning, like laughing hysterically, thinking it was like the best content ever.
Yeah.
So my parents, I don't think they registered it either. Like they probably like saw it in passing and were like, "What a silly, ridiculous show."
Yeah.
Like
The one kid that they like dressed him up and he looked like a
the
body
brown
part.
suit.
Yes.
Yeah. Poor kid.
I just like wouldn't have even batted an eye as a kid.
No.
You know, like it was just like, oh, this is so funny. But it's like they obviously did it on purpose and it passed a bunch of adults and you're just like, what? Like,
No, and
how
it's
could this
interesting too
happen?
because they showed like the groups of people, right? Like, you know, here's the script writers and the ones who didn't approve of it, and they were like, "Ew, ick," like, and then like how they had no say. So then you had the people who, you know, that the documentary were about, and they obviously like had the push to then
Yeah.
just basically put all this disgusting stuff on a kid's TV show. So then it's kind of like sad to see that like there was nothing that the small people could do. Like when the parents kind of started noticing things and they're like, I'm taking my kid off the show, and the kid didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
And it was like they made it hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's like a shame.
I
'cause it's like
think-
there wasn't anyone with power to really like stop it.
I think though that is like being very weak because number one, I would just quit. Like I could not have my name on a show that's doing something like that, right? Like
Oh, as an adult, you're saying like one of the writers. Yeah, yeah.
I would just quit. Like I would report them. And I would tell all the parents. Like I would go down with like flames. Like
Yeah.
and So I think that they're just weak to not have done that. So it's like
Yeah, it's interesting because they didn't talk about that.
Like, yeah, like I understand that they didn't want to lose their job, but at the same time, it's like that's just you being weak. You're not standing up for like minors. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's a 2024 move. That's not a early 2000s. Because if you think about it, would anyone have done that? I mean, look at all the people who were SA'd back then and didn't come out. So like compared to like the movement that we have nowadays where people feel very comfortable to come out and speak their truths.
a little too much.
So I feel like that was, yeah, yeah, that's a whole nother rabbit hole you and I can go down. But like back in the day, like no one came out and said anything if they were a victim to anything or if they felt ick to anything. They weren't going to talk about it.
I don't know,
So I
but where do
feel
you
like-
think that came from? Because like really all that's going to happen is like you're fired.
Yeah.
And who cares?
I don't know. We all live in a constant state of fear back in the 90s and 2000s. Like that was our life. We were afraid of what? I don't know. Just being like you said, fired, you know, losing the popularity of being a child actor on a show on Nickelodeon. Like, I mean, those kids, like, they put their feet down. They wanted to stay.
Yeah.
So I feel like I couldn't imagine. Like,
There was
being
one
in
writer that
time.
left. Remember, she literally quit, and I was like, "Good for you! You actually did the right
Yeah.
thing. Why couldn't
Yeah.
everyone else do that?" So I almost, maybe this is wrong of me, but I don't have pity on people that are like, "But I just didn't want to say anything because of, but I did disagree with it," and I'm just like, no, I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah.
You should have
No,
just
that's
left.
fair.
You
Yeah.
should have just
Yeah.
left. Like you should have, and even if you didn't, you go. Listen, they had access to those parents.
No, they did.
They
Especially
could have
'cause they
sat
talk about, like,
down
partying
and said,
together and like
yeah, they could have
going to
sat
each other's
down
houses. Like,
and said, "Hey, this is going on. This is what we talked about in the meeting. I'm not okay with it. You shouldn't be okay with it. Let's do something about it." And they didn't even have to call out that writer. They could have just
Yep.
done it somehow. But whatever. I hope that just doesn't happen again. I mean, sadly, unfortunately, it's probably always going to happen to an extent because we live in a sin-filled world. But
Yes.
I hope that it doesn't happen.
I don't know.
Very
I think
often.
a lot of people are going to be quick to come out if it is happening.
But people like money, and people like
That's true.
popularity.
Yeah, you're right. They don't want to get canceled, so they'll stay. They'll stay in the situations.
Yeah.
Wow, so sad. This podcast just went down. We just took a downer.
I don't even know how we got here.
Yeah. Because
Oh.
we were talking about child actresses who are now on Special Forces.
See, this is why we have a podcast, because we just go like
Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
conversations.
Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you. So the
Okay.
other person that I think is interesting on this list of cast members for the upcoming season of Special Forces is, let me find her name because I don't even know her. Oh, Kayla Nicole, the influencer model,
Who's that?
the ex-girlfriend of Travis Kelce.
Oh.
Why did they put her on here? Is this to like add fuel to the fire with Travis and Taylor? Like, I feel like maybe I'm looking into this too much,
No.
but I just find it to be a little interesting because there's tons of influencers, right?
Yeah,
So it's
but
like
who the hell
of
is
all
she?
the influence, yeah. So if all the influencers in the world, they pulled her, so is it because she's just such a cool influencer and model, or is it because her name's affiliated with two other people in the spotlight?
Okay,
right
so
now,
what
Taylor
other
and
influencers
Travis?
did they put on there that are not
Oh,
actors?
that's a good question.
That are not actors
Yeah,
or
let's
done
take a look-see.
something. Because
Okay, so we have a lot of athletes. So
I've
we always
never
have
seen
the
an
Olympic
influencer
athletes.
on there only.
Oh, interesting.
Have you?
I think you might be right. No, that's actually a really good point.
What does she do?
No, she's a model and influencer. That's it. That's her identity. So we have a lot of athletes,
A
right? They always
model.
put Olympic. Yeah, they always put well. That's what they call
Yeah.
influencers as models. We've got some NFL football players on here, some Olympic
Bachelor.
athletes, the Bachelor franchise. So they always do a little bit of like halvesies with like B-list celebrities plus athletes.
Yeah.
You know, because it's kind of fun then to see. You know, oh, like we've got Carey Hart on here. He's a motocross champion. He's Pink's husband. So yeah, exactly. So it's like he's a dad, he's a celebrity's husband, but he's also famous in his motocross, which is it takes athletic ability to do that and stamina. So like it's kind of cool that we have like this variety. And I'm just looking through. There's no other.
Yeah, I don't remember there.
Oh,
being...
there's a professional surfer and model from Hawaii, but she's also a surfer.
yeah.
That's an athletic ability. So I think she's the only Instagram.
I was gonna say I don't remember there being a like a Danny Austin, like just an influencer.
No.
they're
So that's why I thought that was kind
Yeah.
of interesting.
They're
'Cause I was like, what are they up
capitalizing.
to here? Yeah.
they're capitalizing.
Yeah, which
on
I
that.
feel bad for her because, I wonder if she's like, hey, I don't want to be affiliated with Travis and Taylor. Like, I don't want that to be where my name comes from, but I think that's what's happening.
I think she does because didn't like
Oh, okay.
when they first started dating, didn't she come out with like a bunch of articles?
Yes.
Okay, so-
yeah. Like, where all of a sudden the pictures were in the
She-
tabloids.
Yeah, she's like, if I can't be with him, I'm going to capitalize on Taylor's popularity.
Yeah, I am Travis's ex. Hello, that is me. Like,
Hi, I've kissed those lips too that Taylor kissed.
yeah, you've never seen me before, but here
God.
I am.
I think it's
Yeah.
just so. If for some reason, I'm not going to say I would reject the opportunity. I really don't know what I would do. It depends on what my financial situation was, all that kind of stuff. But I would be like, if you want me, you want me. You don't want me for you don't want me for my ex. Because
yeah.
that would be my rule is like we cannot talk about my ex at all. Like I don't want to be Travis Kelce's ex. I don't want to be this. I want to be myself. And
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if the fellow castmates, like the fellow people
they're
on Special
going
Forces.
to.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, the people who wrote the show or created the show and pulled for casting, they're not going to talk about Travis and Taylor. But the other people are going to be like, oh, wait, like, who are you? And she's going to be like, talking about her past where it's like, I'm broken, or like, I dated Travis and like, this is where I started and now I'm here. Like, so it's going to come up. And so then it's going to be that moment of like additional boost and clout for her.
I think though that they will use it. I think that they are going to say when they introduce her, they're going to say Travis Kelce's ex.
Ooh, that's so interesting.
You don't
I
think
think that's
so?
spicy. I think it's gonna say like influencer and model. Like, and
Well, I
that's
think
it.
it's
And
going to
they're
say
just
that's her
gonna, like,
title, but I think they're
Oh
going to
yeah,
be
but
like.
then I don't know if they're gonna say
I
Travis.
think they're going to
at all.
say known as Travis Kelce's ex.
Oh, I
like
see.
in
When
her
they're, like,
little like
talking.
introduction where they like say
Yeah.
who's who, it's going to be brought up. And if
Oh,
it's
it's gonna be
not,
brought up,
I'll eat my
but-
words, but it's going to
Yeah.
be brought up.
No, I just think it's interesting. Like, because I agree with you that like they're using it.
They're
as a
using
tactic
it for sure
Yeah.
because who the hell is
Yeah.
she? I've never heard
Yeah.
of her. Have you?
No. That's why as soon as I was like scrolling, because I always like to see who they are.
Yeah.
So like the Hawaiian surfer and stuff, like that's really cool. I'm not into surfing, so I don't know all the surfers. But once I read up on her, I was like, okay, cool. She's an athlete. She's strong.
Yeah.
She's a mom. Like this makes sense why they would pull her. Like the Olympic athletes, some of them are not big names that I would recognize right off the bat. But then once you read their history, then it's like, okay, that's really cool. Like they're adding, the element of swimming here. They're adding the element of rock climbing here. But like her, they're strictly just going for like a name to throw out there
The
to, like,
X.
spice stuff up. So
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
How
We
many
see you,
followers does
Special
she got?
Forces. Oh, that's a good question. I'll take a moment here to look.
We
that
need to
up,
know
but
pre-Travis Kelce.
I should have looked that up to see how actually big she is and see what she's up to, so we can.
Watch you
maybe
go
eat
there and
our
it's like
words.
30,000 followers, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Yep, they
or
have
she's
her."
like super legit, like or she actually was in the Olympics or something.
Well, she could be legit in the sense that people started following her after they found out
Oh, for sure.
of
Yes.
like her history. But my guess is,
Or even like maybe since she was like a model or something, then that's how he started dating her too. Like something obviously like put her in his life because he was already like playing for the Chiefs. As
yeah,
a
but he
good
wasn't very
football
popular.
player. No, he wasn't, but he like existed on his own. Okay, this is her. Yeah, so she prides herself on being a media personality. That's a fancy word for influencer.
Media
So
personality.
she's a model. We got modeling here. We don't got a lot of talents or sports as like athletic
followers?
abilities going on here. Okay, so 800,000. So it's not. I mean, she's legit.
Yeah,
as far
but
as being,
that
like, an
probably went
Instagram
up because of
influencer.
Travis Kelce. What was
Yeah.
she before? Like,
She
like,
doesn't have anything
like
on
Danny
here besides
Austin.
modeling pictures.
Danny Austin beats her, and she's
Yes.
technically Danny Austin's technically nobody. If that makes any
I don't
sense.
really know what she does.
Yeah,
I can't tell by her
I mean,
social media profile what she does.
we already knew
I
they
feel
wanted
bad.
her.
I'm sorry, Kayla. Like, come on our podcast and let us know what you're up to because let's get her side of the story. Maybe we'll learn about her on the show.
The only thing I will give her credit for is if it is not mentioned on the show, and if she never had written an article, like gone and done an interview about it. But the fact that she did, and now that she's on the show and we know they're going to mention it, it's like she's just capitalizing on it, and that's it.
Yeah, it's hard to like come from her like where it's like oh, it's okay. You're innocent in this whole situation.
No, we want you, not for Travis.
Yeah. We picked you.
You are a perfect fit for this show.
Yeah. Yes. So stay tuned for that because that'll be
I'm
good,
excited.
I think they always make it so fun with like the drama and stuff, and then you get to see the personalities crack, and it's like, I didn't see that coming.
That'd be
So it's
really
fun.
cool to get somebody on from Special Forces.
Ooh, would you, if Special Forces called you, would you go on the show?
Yeah, but I'd be scared out of my mind.
Yeah. What would you rather have, the hot location or the cold location? Because you know how they do both. Which one would you
cold.
like elect? The cold location?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the hot seems brutal. Like there's just because okay, so cold, you're really uncomfortable, right? Like it's like,
Yes.
oh, it's really cold. I'm uncomfortable. I'm freezing. I'm shivering. I'm shaking. But like with hot is like I'm gonna pass out. You know what I mean? Like it's like you physically.
I know what you mean.
You physically might not be able to continue because you literally are going to like pass out, or like your blood pressure is gonna drop, or you're gonna be dehydrated. Like it's just like the list of things.
Yeah.
Where I would rather be uncomfortable and know that like I could survive than feel like I'm gonna die.
I'm the opposite from you. I'd rather go to the hot locations. There's just something about chugging my cantina water.
They were in Jordan.
and
It
just
was like
being sweat-
115 degrees.
I know. And they were sweating and they were drinking a bunch of water. I'd rather that and just like have sweat. Like they were complaining about sweating and like being stinky and like just like feeling hot all the time. I'd rather have that and just sweat in my little whatever they had
Cot.
where they slept. Yeah, their cot and their tent and all that stuff. Because when they jumped from the helicopter into that frigid water in New Zealand or whatever they were doing, I was like, I'm out. Like I literally
Yeah.
would just sink to the bottom of the ocean like a little popsicle stick.
But that's
like-
just like temporary pain.
But some of them were in there for a long time. Like they struggled to like pull on the rope and get back up. Like, and I'm just like,
Oh,
that would
well,
be me.
that's
Like,
because
my hands slipping.
that
like, and
was
I would
a
just be, like,
physical thing also, though.
Yeah. Like I'm like frozen.
Yeah.
I can't. Like so I don't know.
I would definitely choose the cold. Because the
So we
hot
wouldn't be on the same season.
hot looked
We wouldn't be able to cheer each other on.
I don't think I would. I mean, they don't kick you out for failing the things.
No, they just put a lot of cameras in your face to like let America
you
see you
quit.
failing. Yeah.
I.
Put the pressure on.
At what point do you feel like it would put you at your breaking point to quit?
Some of those challenges are pretty
They
intense.
are.
The jumping out of the helicopter ones where they have to like climb back up, like that physically would be very challenging for me. So I wonder if like at that
Yeah,
point
but you
being
could
so
quit,
drained from days,
right? I mean, not
Yeah,
quit.
so I
You
feel
could
like-
you could fail it and still not
fail
be,
it and just like climb out of the water
Yeah,
and go
yeah,
be
yeah.
sad. Yeah, but I think I at that point because they always do it. You know, they're like a weekend. You know, they haven't seen their family in a long time and they're like really sad and broken. So I feel like that would be my point where I'd be like, oh man, like. I need to go home. Like, so I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that might be my point because that one would be a hard challenge for me because I don't like jumping out of high things, like that fear of falling, plus then like being strong enough to climb back up. It would just be a lot, I think. And then the end when they do the like playing crazy music and like all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, I don't think that would bother me actually.
I don't think so
Like the one
either.
where they like sat in a room for 3 hours and they just listened to crazy noises. And I'm like, put me in a room for 3 hours. I can sit through that. Or the box when they buried them in the box in the ground, put me in there. Like that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. It's the like physical challenge of like falling from a high place and climbing back up. Like it just seems daunting and scary.
I think the ones that would get me, well, first I might get in trouble because if they were like, you know how they do like the screaming and the this and that.
Yeah.
Maybe you
They try to break you.
Maybe you get into the mode, but like I would be like, I know it's fake, in a sense.
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
like, there was one of them. Maybe it was Sandoval no, it was like Tyler. I'd probably be like Tyler. Do you remember Tyler was
that's
like
right.
he was
he
like
was great. He did really good at
he
that
did,
show.
but he was like when they would like talk to him
Yeah.
because you're
Yes.
just like it is like you do know it's fake, you know.
Yeah, when they pull you in for the conversation, when they call you like in the middle of the
Yeah.
night, and then they sit there and they try to like, what happened to you? Did your dad love you? And then they're just like, what?
So I might just get kicked out for laughing, But I think the one that would get me are the challenges that when they get in trouble and they just have to do that like circle thing over and
the obstacle
over
course
again.
right outside. Yeah. And then they're like at that point going in the mud. Like it's all of the things.
Yeah, and they're
like,
soaking wet and they're just like
climbing,
keep
yeah.
going and keep going and keep going. I think I might just be like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Like, and when they soak them and then like cover them in sand and then they have to go and do the thing.
Because they have to get under the water. Like they don't
Yeah.
let them just like,
And like the time, they'll like timestamp it. It's been like 2 hours. And I'm just like, that to me, that section is what would break me.
Oh yeah, because they always show the guys and they just like blow through like the monkey bars and stuff, and I'm just like, I wouldn't even make it. Like they
No,
would
it
like
was-
pan the camera back over, and it would be me like falling from the monkey bars over and over again, and they'd just be coming over there yelling at me, and I'd be like just crying with like sand all over me, and I'm just like, but I can't.
That's what I'm telling you. I think that would break me because whenever you say you can't do that and that, they just make you do another one and then another one.
they
And
make you
I would
keep
just
going.
be like,
Yeah.
that's my breaking point.
Yeah, like I physically cannot. What do you want from me? Yeah.
So that'd be my breaking point. Yeah.
So special forces might be giving us a call. It's fine. They'll be like, these two podcasters. Like, we
I
got one
mean-
for the winter season. We got one for the summer
How much you
season.
go pay
it's good
me?
to go. I'll go on there. It's gonna be embarrassing.
Oh, I'll
and
go
I'll
on
be
there.
sad. Yeah, and then I'll go back and watch the episodes, and I'll just be like, wow, that's embarrassing. Like Jackie, do better.
And then I'll be like, it's fine. You got paid $60,000 for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, like Hannah. Remember Hannah Brown did
She
it.
did great.
She
She
did
won.
a really good job. Yeah, she did fantastic for being like our girly girl. I was very
Yeah, but
impressed
she's
with her.
good because she's not very girly. Like
No,
she is,
that's
but
true.
she has like a grit about her.
Yeah, she's not like soft.
No.
She's not a soft girl.
She's an
Yeah, that's
Alabama
true. I think
girl.
that helped her. Yeah, because when they did like the trying to break her down beat thing, she like didn't break.
Yeah.
like I feel like she did really good during her like interrogation
did.
scenes. Yeah, yeah. So
Special
she can be
forces
our
call us.
idol. Yeah, we're gonna be just as good as Hannah Brown. And we got Heather training over here for a marathon. We got
Jackie's-
Jackie doing things.
Jackie training for a marathon.
No,
Half marathon.
no. Well, a half.
If you
maybe.
sign up for the half marathon, then I'll sign up for the half marathon.
I think we should do a half marathon
I think
together.
so too. I think
I actually think that's the cutest thing in the whole entire world. I keep seeing it where like they wear the cute color coordinated outfits and then you train
Glitter
together,
in
'cause
our
then you hype
hair.
each other. Yes, and I saw girls like that. They had bows and they literally had the glitter on their faces like stickers and stuff, and they were color coordinated and they ran together, and it was fun because then like you're not having to talk for 13 miles straight. You just like hype each other up. So then it's just like, bro, like my legs hurt, and it's like, no, come on, one more mile, let's go. Like so, I feel like that element of it is just so fun.
I feel like we would try to talk though. That would be our Achilles heel.
We would, but I think we would know because at that point for training, we would know like, don't.
Oh my
like,
god,
don't talk
what
to
is
me.
this? Like, shut up, stop
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, don't talk to me right now.
Do you see that girl?
Yeah,
You know that would be us.
yeah. Did you see that?
Did you see that girl's running? Did you see her shorts?
Do I look like that when I'm running? Like,
Is my hair still good?
yeah,
We would just be like,
yeah. But maybe that would be enough of a distraction that
Yeah.
we'd like blow out this 13 miles, and it would be great and be memories
I
for a
mean,
lifetime.
it's looking like I need to sign up for a half marathon and not a full marathon, but I'm just gonna,
spring break 2025.
yeah. Cat just, no. Oh, a half marathon then?
Yeah, that's enough
That's
time,
a little
right?
extreme. You know that, like, all the way till January is gone.
No, the holidays are shot for sure. Because Tony even asked me, like, what do you want to sign up for? And I was like, a 5K? Like, that's realistic at this point. Like,
I mean, you
because
just
I'm
did
not
an-
training
you just
anytime
did an
for.
8K, okay?
Okay, so I'll keep it at 8K
You could do a 10K.
and nothing below. Yeah, I'll sign up for a 10K. So that's probably what I'll end up doing early spring, like as far as realisticness.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
'Cause
none.
anything beyond that is. No, you should be signing. I feel like you have a lot of options in Miami. You should sign up for something fun.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know in the next episode.
Yeah. We'll let you guys know stay tuned because we'll have to share what Heather signed up for, all of her races, and it's going to be a whole thing. You can follow along with her journey. It'll be great.
I don't know about that.
If you guys are
We'll see.
training for something, let us know, and then we can all have like a little running group together.
Yes.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Well, thanks for chatting with me.
It's always so fun. I
Now we
love
have
being able to
to
hop on here and chat with all of our friends.
Go pick up our children.
Yes, back to mom life.
Back to
That's
mom
okay.
life. But thank you for joining and listening in. And as always, follow us like, subscribe, rate us, do all the things because that helps us tremendously. And you can find us on
Yes, we
Spotify,
appreciate it.
YouTube, Apple Podcasts, TikTok, Instagram, all the things, just not Facebook. We're too old for that. I mean, we're too old for that. Listen to me. We're too young for that.
Wow.
We're too old for that. I'm aging
Yeah.
us right now. But as always, join us next week and we will chat. Bye.
Bye.